Good afternoon. It's a hot good afternoon, and I don't think we're quite in the 90s, but we're sort of headed in that direction. And I wasn't going to do this, but I was reading and I was talking to Renee about her eggs that we both been brining, and she said something about her eggs smelling, and mine had never smelled until I talked to her, and then it was like the next day. So I got to reading, and the reason probably our house is very well insulated, and it really stays cool for a lot of time. She lives in a more southern area. She's probably, I know she's hotter than I am. So after 3 days that you ferment your eggs, put them in the refrigerator. In fact, I wasn't going to make them in my little crock. I was going to get my peanut butter jar, and I'll do that. Okay, and that's what I made them in once. They fit just fine in there. And so I'm going to do that. And I've got my brine made. Maybe I'll even pour the brine. I'm just going to rinse the... I must have something on my hands, and I just washed them. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. Okay, here we go. And so another thing I want to mention about the way I scoop the eggs out of the shell. Now, if I had store-bought eggs, or even eggs that were maybe 3 days old, or 4 days, I wouldn't have to do this. But most of these eggs are fresher than that. And if I try to get them, peel the shell off, it just tears the egg apart. And yes, they're not going to be perfect. And I probably have this in front where you can't see anyway. And we're going to take them out to probably the chickens, and they'll enjoy it. Okay. Because I'll do one without and show you how it goes. But see, it's not a perfect round egg. Here it's pretty good. So in it goes. I'll do a big one. And oh, you know what? This is a little bit older. It might do it. I saw an air sac. It's just going to do it like a normal egg. So I'm going to go for it. I don't think I'm going to need the spoon. So that's really the easiest. If you can just, it's tearing a little bit as it comes down, but not too bad. Not any. Okay, I'm going to take it with a spoon to get that. Oh, yeah, I should have done it before. Okay, because it began to tear it. Okay, there it is. And yes, maybe I've been doing it so many years, I have experience at doing it, because she said it was a little hard to do. But if you can do it, if you've got eggs that are older, you can do it without any of this thing. You just want to keep that spoon as close to the shell as possible. You'll hear it sort of crunch in there. And then you just take your egg on out. And there it is. And I've got some egg whites in there. And we'll feed that to the chickens. I think this egg we picked up not too long ago. I recognize it, Super Reds. She lays every day, but she doesn't lay as big an egg as the others. And so she's real easy to tell. I think she's having a little bit easier time in the pecking order. I've tried to individually feed her. I don't know if that helps, but I think it might, because as I do, the other chickens come to eat with her, and they're all eating together and somehow commingling and doing it a little bit better. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this again, so to correct my mistake, because I was leaving my eggs out, and actually I was eating them so fast because I really like them. and I've made, oh, chilies and garlic and pepper. And today I went out and got some rosemary out of the garden. I got just a nice big sage leaf, and I'm going to put thyme and oregano and some garlic, and that's what I'm putting in my fermented eggs today. I'll let them sit 3 days, then I'll put the whole jar, ferment the salt, brine and all, into the refrigerator and eat them out of there. In the wintertime, I probably won't have to do that, but through the summer, make sure you do that. You don't want to have rotten eggs, you want to have fermented eggs, which is pretty close to the same. You know, the salt is supposed to keep it from rotting. Okay. Now, and this one, no. You just want to crack that shell and take it out. And like I say, you want to stay as close, because otherwise you do get some of the white on the shell. But otherwise you tear the thing clear to pieces. So that's how I'm doing it. And I think there are times when it's easier than other times. Okay, another egg. Okay, I did 12 of these, and usually I just bring the eggs up to a simmer, turn them off, and let it sit about 17 minutes or so, and get them in cold water, cool them down, and then peel them. Well, you know, that's ideal, but sometimes life just has little interruptions, and mine went into a full boil, but they still look like boiled eggs to me. So in they go, and we want to remember the brine is 20 parts water to 1 part salt makes brine. That's the ratio, which in just easy to use language is 2.5 cups of water and about 2 tablespoons of salt. Okay, now this one feels like it should just, yeah, see what a nice little egg? Just came out so easy, and that's Cocoa Puffs. I think it was from today. Well, I know it was from today. I saw her on the nest, and she told me when she got done laying it, and there it was. I always used to think they made the noise to tell you they were going to go lay the egg, but I think now they make the noise to tell you, hey, I've laid an egg. Well, I'm not sure which. I think they may do it both ways. I think they make noise. They're such nice little creatures. I'm very grateful for them. They're like a gift from God to me. Okay. And, you know, we used to have a lot of animals, but I am so thankful that at least here I can have chickens. Once in a while, I've thought maybe I could get one of those baby doll sheep, but you have to have 2. And then I think, no, that's not realistic. I've done that with thinking about sheep, you know, I mean goats, where maybe I could have one I could milk. And could I have a cow? No, but I can have chickens. Now this one I didn't do as well, but it's still, see, it's okay. Okay, now, I guess I should have been layering this as I went along, but I didn't, and life is not perfect, so in goes the spices. Oh, I made dill ones. The dills were good. I made turmeric and garlic and peppers. Okay. Now, we'll just pour that on there, and it doesn't take it all. But I think, wait just a minute, I'm afraid I don't want to poke them. But I want to make sure. Okay. Well, I have some left. And the trouble is, I think, you know what? You're not seeing this, but I'm going to pour it back in enough to, I think a lot of that salt was still down at the bottom. Okay, now then we're going to go. Okay, I feel better about it. And I don't want the lid on tight, but I am going to sit it just loosely on there. Okay, they'll be on my counter for 3 days and then into the refrigerator. And really, what I wanted to show you this day was outside, but it's a little earlier than I want to go out. I'll tell you what, I'll go out. If you can see it, you'll be able to see it. If it doesn't show up good, I'll just put it on another video. So let me wash my hands and then we'll go out. But I just wanted to tell you, don't let the eggs sit out until you've got them all eaten. Put them in the refrigerator on the 3rd day. Okay, so here we go. And I hope it shows up. We're about 5:30, so the sun is, and we're going to have to look west, so we'll just see if it does it. Is Maggie here? Come on, Maggie. There, we don't want to leave you in there. Oh, I can, whoops, there. Now, I hope I'm gonna, you know, when I'm out here, it's too bright. I can't see in my viewfinder anyway. But I hope you're seeing it. It has a beautiful smell. It's jasmine. That's what this arch is. It's jasmine. And the very first time I ever saw this house, I'll show you the window in my son's house over here. And his blind is shut right now. He's at work. Oh, I don't know. It's so bright. I don't know if it shows over there, but that's where he lives. We call that the takeout window because lots of times we say, hey, we need something. Can I have this or do you have that? And, or I've got extra of this, would you like it? And we take it to the takeout window. It even has a shelf over there and some stairs so I can go up. And I'm going to tip this a little more because I haven't done it yet. And I always do. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. Anyway, we had 7 years ago, it was in February, we came down and we visited our son. He had been in his house over there a year. And we wanted to see it, and we came down and visited him. We lived in Idaho, and it's about, a 12-hour drive, 10 to 12 hours when you're not moving. When you're moving everything and 2 dogs, it's 13 hours. But, so we came down and visited, and he said, well, if you'd just been here the day before, you would have seen them put the air conditioning and the furnace up on our roof. And anyway, I looked out. It looked so sweet with this arch here. and it wasn't near as thick. We'll trim it back, but I don't like to get it trimmed until after it blossoms because I love the smell and the blossoms, and you can make jasmine oil out of it. And it's just wonderful. Anyway, when we left, we said, "Oh, we're so glad we don't live here, that we live in Idaho." So we were home, less than a month maybe, and we got a phone call, and Craig said, "You know that little yellow house next to me? It's for sale on a short sale. It doesn't have a sign in the yard, but it's for sale." We called, we got it, and here we are. But after we knew we'd got the house, we'd never seen it inside, I'd never seen the backyard, we came down to look, and it was a big storm after we got here. And this whole thing blew over, and the owner that was selling it to us said, "Oh, why don't I just clean it up and throw it all away?" And we said, no, that's part of why we bought the house. And so Tom and Craig put it back together and put it up again. So that's the story of my jasmine arch, and I just love it. It's not a big airport that we live next to. It's the executive. We live in a capital city. Okay, then I might as well just turn you around to see my my afternoon view. I just love it. And those are I only know them by their common name, the tick flowers, the yellow ones above the poppies. And so I'm going to let you go now, and I'll see you tomorrow maybe.